Jen Gilchrist here with another Intuitive Insights weekly Oracle card reading for the week of May 8th through 14th. Super excited to be sharing with you today. Also, we kick off our 4-day series on Monday, May 8th. So all week long, there's going to be so much healing and learning and transformation happening in my free Facebook group. I'll put the link to register to join us below. You can absolutely do this on replays if the times don't work for your schedule. I'll share more about this at the end, but it's all about really activating your intuition, clearing your fears and blocks, and aligning with your higher path and purpose. So I can't wait to see you there. Let me know in the comments if you're already joined with us. I'm happy to welcome you, whether you've been with me for a while or you're brand new. I'm going to go ahead and start with this week's reading now to see what messages want to come through. Okay, actually, we have quite a few cards coming through. Okay, wow. Well, we're going to go for it. I'm going to look one at a time, but there's a lot of cards that came out. Moonstone, heightened intuition. You know, you can't make this stuff up. This is exactly what we're doing. We're kicking off this week with amplifying your intuition, your clairvoyance, channeling abilities in a way that is not overwhelming to highly sensitive people. That is what's very important. This says be extra aware of your inner knowingness and it's trustworthy. And actually, this is on the heels of what came through last week. Last week was about, are you making time to hear your intuition? Are you working the fears and doubts so that you can trust it enough to take action? And this is being highlighted very strongly. Again, I see that you actually have a lot of spiritual support team coming in, guiding you with intuitive whispers and nudges in your ear. You may or may not be hearing. So if you're hearing this, trust this. This is important guidance. Your intuitive ideas are inspired and you are being guided on actions to take. And if you have not been making time for it, then I do suggest listening. I'm just seeing the energy of the spirit team within that rainbow prism. Again, I read very intuitively, so I'll always read, what the card says, because that could be very literal, but also taking the intuition into heart. Now, other thing I'm seeing is that it's important to be grounding. I'm feeling the energy of just as you continue to ground your energy, you actually are accessing more open accessibility to your intuitive ideas. And if you're getting your intuition and you're staying up in the ethers in your upper chakras where it's a little bit more comfortable sometimes for sensitives if you don't have tools yet, you want to ground into your body so that you can take the guided action and not just have all these great ideas, right? It's important to bring them into action by being grounded. I'm also seeing that connection to the third eye being amplified. That is our day 3. We're doing specifically an activation for the clairvoyance and the crown chakra on day 4. And so I just feel like there's this important need for you to stay grounded, aligned, and focused and trusting that guided action. And it might be a time to cultivate your intuition if you haven't done that yet. But I do feel that most of you kind of are getting these ideas and inklings and maybe not fully trusting it. So you can trust this information. The next 2 cards, and Moonstone. If you like crystals, Moonstone is a beautiful crystal that can help amplify and help you connect with your intuition as well as emotional healing, which also came up last week. Sometimes right now we're in a phase of just really clearing and recognizing perhaps some emotions or fears that might even be coming up around your intuition or your higher path and purpose, right? So the next 2 cards came out together. Let's see what's happening. Rubelite's the first one, and it says passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy, motivation to work on meaningful projects that are near and dear to your heart, right? So you're being called into action. We've been in this phase going through this eclipse period and retrograde period. It's still going on, but we're more at the tail end of the retrograde period. I think there's maybe 1 more week left. And so take this information to continue to take the time for reflection. Information and ideas are coming to you about your purpose. And it feels like, you really are gearing up to begin to take some big action. I just see like you're shining your light, sharing your message, sharing your voice, taking action on those ideas. And your purpose and your higher path will always feel, it might stretch your comfort zone for sure, don't get me wrong, but you're going to feel excited. You're going to feel passionate. You're going to feel pulled. You're almost going to feel like you don't have a choice but to follow that stirring in your heart. And it's like, so just know that those are guiding you. So if you're not clear, I feel like the question is, but I don't know what my purpose is. I know I have one, but what is it? Just keep following that passion, that joy, that inspiration, right? Pretty soon that the steps will become more clear for you as you continue to do so. The next card is Garnet. And it says purification and detoxification. It's time to release the physical and energetic toxins from your life. And what I'm feeling from this, we are still in that retrograde energy. So just let go. Like, what is it that you're called to declutter? For some of you, it might be health. It might be eating healthier. It might be letting go of toxic habits, right? Or addictions. It could be about decluttering the inbox or decluttering your closet, or, anything to just release and let go. But it just does, in a lot of ways, feel very much, in part at least, to do with your body and your connection with your body. And what I'm hearing about this is that it's helping you to elevate. Part of our manifestation process is about bringing that new energy. All the deep clearing and healing work you've been doing is about raising and embodying more of your higher self energy. It's about raising the frequency of your body, of your physical energy field, as to match all of that spiritual work you've been doing. It's like spirit moves quickly, our energy shifts quickly, but we have to embody that vibration. And so part of this is like detoxifying and purifying on a body level. Feels like that would be helpful to raise your energy so that you can both take action, but also to actually be an energetic match for what you've manifested, because the heavy lifting has been done. In a lot of ways, a lot of heavy lifting has been done, meaning that deeper inner work. And so allow yourself to now continue to purge that and raise the frequency of your body. It might be exercise more, drink more water. Ask your body, maybe drink more water. I don't know if I said that correctly. So drink more water could be part of it. Drink greens. Everybody's going to be different. So ask your body what it needs. Maybe even spending time in or near water, out in nature, exercise. It looks like that's going to help you actually create the highest outcome for your manifestation. Ooh, lapis lazuli, life-changing epiphany experience. It's time for a big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. Lapis lazuli also is so much around the third eye, which is what came up last week as well, and it's our day 3 this week. So the 8th, 9th, 10th. So I believe it'll be on the 10th. May 10th, where we're going to do an activation for the clairvoyance center. The lapis can also help with that, which is also going to just activate all your intuition. But the card is talking about life-changing epiphany or change. So you have done a lot of work. You are being called, really called into this huge next level. But we have to be open and quiet and listen to our spirit, listen to our higher self, listen to God, listen to our angels, listen to what is we're being called into doing. And if we feel like we don't know or we can't hear that clarity, sometimes there's fear that gets in the way of that. Oh my gosh, who am I to do that? Who am I to step into that? Can I do that? I don't know how to do that. Like all the fears and doubts of the ego and the mind sometimes try to come in and take over. But this is really saying you really, really, really take advantage of this week's energy to open to hear that clarity, right? And if you have that clarity, then it's about time to start setting up to take action. 2 more cards, and then I think that will be this week. Let's see. So deep emotional healing, right? We've been talking about this over the last couple of weeks. Deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from the past experiences, and you're willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. So you might be called into doing some kind of, healing, deeper healing. You might be called to a course, to a program, to a mentor, something to do some deeper levels of healing and clearing, because that's always going to amplify your success. It actually came out with the citrine, which is about success. I'll get to that card in a minute. But this is about continuing that deep healing. I feel like you've been doing the deep healing. Now, as I talk about that, looking at the cards, I'm also wondering if there could be a level of forgiveness for yourself or for others, or just healing even grief on your heart, perhaps anything around the past with your heart. Because the heart chakra, has many benefits, of course, but this feels like it's about being open to be able to receive, right? Because we're talking about raising your vibration to receive that which you've created space for. And then you can, of course, continue to create that space. So really just recognize what you're feeling and take the time to devote the time and energy towards that healing work, whether it's in your own routine or in some cases, because it specifically is talking about therapeutic care, maybe getting the support of others, whether that's one-on-one or in a group, could be really powerful. And azurite's that particular crystal. And then citrine, I love it. It says unnecessary worry. Release the burden of worry and give them to God for healing solutions. And I just see like this whole omega. I see such bright, powerful light. Citrine is so much about helps you to create success, right? Release the worry, though. It feels like the mind is really part of what's getting in the way sometimes, whether it's of getting into action because we go into perfectionism or just making us feel like we don't know or we aren't clear. The reality is your higher self always knows. You're always connected with your higher self. You're always connected with God, source, your angels, universe, right? We always can connect with our answers. So if we're spinning our wheels and there's sometimes usually a level of fear that's happening there. And so this is saying, hand over the worries, trust the process, and just take 1 or 2 steps at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out. Our mind wants to have a surefire plan. That's not the way that it works, right? That's not how you fast track your success. And so you want to just begin to take those guided actions. I'm also noticing very much, it's just on an intuitive level. It was very similar to this card. I saw the earth, even though this is like a crystal. I was seeing the energy of like, this is like the earth star chakra and your soul star chakra. So I'm just seeing this grounded pillar of light. I see this very strong beacon of light, right? It's important to be grounded in your body, yet elevating your energy to source. Similarly here, I'm just seeing that grounded energy is helping you connect and access your intuition. So making space and time in your day for those things that are going to continue to ground and elevate you so that you can receive your messages and raise your frequency in order to manifest what you're being called to create, the path that you're being called to live, right? All right, that's really, really beautiful. So again, just another invitation to join us for this free 4-day Amplify series. It's a highly transformational, educational, and powerful series. I could easily charge for this program. There's so much content and information that you can easily and quickly apply in your life immediately. And so I hope that you do join us. You can get all the replays just by registering. You can join me live. I'll have bonus Q&A calls and some other fun bonuses as well. But the whole series is around day 1, communicating with your spirit support team and really having an exercise that will help you attune to the frequency of your guides so that you can hear them and talk to them and communicate more clearly with confidence. And then day 2 is about how to avoid energetic overwhelm as a sensitive and then activate your own healing energy and use a few tools to support you in how to know that your sensitivities are your greatest gift and not your burden. And then day 3 is your clairvoyant skill set and trusting your spiritual truth and vision. Day 4 is your channeling abilities. You're also going to receive a light language transmission, which is super healing on the heart. The heart chakra came up in this reading, healing the past. You might want to check that out. It's also really powerful to activate your voice, your channeling abilities, your knowing, so that you can go out there and really bring forward and share the messages of inspiration and healing that you were born for, that you are feeling called to do. And there's some other bonuses, like I mentioned as well. So I hope to see you there. It's a very powerful time with thousands of other light workers, empaths, and sensitives that are there really navigating their higher path. It will really meet you where you're at as well. So for those of you that are new on your awakening journey, my spirit guides always are kind of helping guide you to support you, because this is going to give you a really solid foundation. And then if you're a little bit further along on your spiritual journey, but really just know that transformation work is always evolving, then you may love to just join us and it will meet you where you're at to take you to the next level of clarity and of healing and of activating your inherent gifts. So I hope to see you there. I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye for now.